Have I? Apologize again. And today, guys, I'm here to do a talk video. And this talk video is not like my normal talk videos, or it's more on the same lines of when I talked about how I got into anime and stuff, but at the same time, it's not anything to do with my anime relation or my game relation content at all. Today, guys, I'm here to do a talk video about my life and my personal experience with autism, or to be more exact, for my case, as I've been diagnosed with it just before it ever got impossible now to be diagnosed with, is Aspergers syndrome. Now, when I got diagnosed with Aspergers syndrome, I was 12, but coming up to 13 years old at the time, so the records might have labelled myself down as 13 when I got diagnosed with Aspergers syndrome. Because, obviously, for people who don't know how old I am, right now I'm 20, but this year, on October the 30th, my birth date, obviously, I'm going to be 21. So, obviously, this year I'll be 21, and we're not too far off now from October. Like, obviously, it's nearly summer, so just another season now until autumn. Just another season until autumn. So, it shows you how, just shows you my autism. It shows my autism here, and where, it shows you how my age range, and obviously when if you know how the school system works in the UK, I was around about year 8 at a time when I got diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. So, this is why I feel like I should talk about my autism, because obviously people can't tell they have autism, and especially on the internet where I know people are more free to be rude. People are still quite sensitive even on the internet once they find out that if they ever be rude to someone with confirmed condition or something like that, they know they're a complete arsehole, which in a way is part of the reason why I'm doing this video, because I just want to anyway show why I don't like trolling. I absolutely hate trolling and stuff, so I'm doing this video to, like, in a way, get those trolls to feel some form of guilt, because obviously, again, social standards, including real in the internet, treating someone with a condition rudely and stuff is like a sinful act, not based on religious aspects. Obviously, like, as simple as a human being, you're being a disrespectful, assholic, criminal, in fact, kind of person. And I know it's weird I'm doing this video, but as an autistic, like, this is my autistic traits that's showing here. Like, it seems like it's petty, and it is petty, and this is one aspect about my autism. I'm self-aware about my condition, and that is what makes me very hard to have a proper normal life to, like, majority of you. Because I'm self-aware. I'm self-aware of myself, I'm self-aware of my condition, I'm self-aware of how other people see me and stuff. And it's a bit annoying, and I can't fully explain why. I cannot explain why. And that is the biggest aspects of me I'm a bit annoyed about, stressful about, but again, I'm proud. I'm an individual. I can show my individuality. I don't have to be labelled as something else that I've now been confirmed that I'm not. Or I am something, which I'm... Yeah, but in a way, that's the reason why I'm doing this video, because part of it is spite, part of it is also to do with my hatred to trolling, and obviously just want to make them feel guilty in some way. But the other aspect is, I feel like people need to learn how to identify who is autistic, not just based on physical looks, personality, or any of the obvious aspects. I want them to notice based on the little aspects. The aspects they more likely were not able to get without being told. That kind of aspects. Even though to us, and to people who actually are aware of autism, can actually pick up quite easily. Because in the end, it is obvious, but surprisingly to the average person, it's not obvious. Which I feel like is a bit weird. Because I feel like once you notice something that doesn't feel normal, that's when you should have start to think, can this person have some form of condition? A condition, or at least some form of illness. That's something I feel like someone should at least come to the conclusion of. Which I notice, even on the internet, even outside of the internet, ordinary people don't do that. They don't. Which I feel like is weird. Super weird. Why do they not start thinking this person could have a problem, a disability, a condition? And notice, they don't think that. All they think, once they see something odd, is that they should put this person away. They seem weird. They seem like cooking their head. Like, from cooking their head! That'll be fucking obvious they got a fucking condition. Because they're being cookie head in the first place, being like dumb in the first place, more likely this person does have a condition. There's only been those rare few cases where a person is dumb because they're actually dumb or they're stupid. It's not because of their condition, because they just are. That's a pretty rare situation. And it's mostly because they chose themselves to be like that way. They didn't they didn't do it because nature told them to do it. They did it because they wanted to. Which just shows you how cuckoos they are. But hey, let's just get that into this aspect. Now, but like I said, those are the kind of things people instantly think and don't instantly think, could this person have a problem or a disability? And maybe try to talk in a way that can make them identify them being aware that, excuse me, but do you have a disability? Am I being rude, or I'm saying something that could tick you off, or could I, they're not at least not being aware or of it being around, or if they do being aware around, in a way, not to be sensitive, or in a way try to acknowledge it. In my personal aspect, I want people to acknowledge that I have Aspergers. That's something I have been really want people to do, is to acknowledge that I have it. Because not to just to ignore it, I feel like that is a sin. And no offense to people who get offended by not people knowing they have a condition, but you're doing yourself a disfavor of not letting them know that you have this condition. Because, or let them be somewhat aware, but and accept that you have it. That is something I feel like people just they should do. And my personal aspect, put it into the norm. My overall aspects of future, I want people to be in the future with people with autism, is not to have it cured. If it can be cured, then I would love it when it can be properly cured. Not through these weird religious or somewhat no. For example, the bleach thing. If you're the kind of person who believes in that fucking bleach shit, you drink bleach and commit suicide. Because that's what you're pretty much doing to those children of yours that have autism. You're killing them! Fuck you! But I digress. And I'm just showing you my autism right now. I'm just showing you my autism. Like, the first aspect I want people to be aware of about autism is we are, well, for me personally, because autism, depending on the person is, they can be different, but one aspect of where you can tell this person has autism is the highly energeticness that you might see. Like in my case, I'm quite energetic, I can't move around, but we're also quite direct. Majority of us are also very honest by default. To the point that even our vocabulary reflects our honesty. Because people, in my case, I'm someone who naturally swears. I naturally swear because in my vocabulary, my understanding of things, this is my honest feelings coming at you directly. Even it ends up being rude, offensive, annoying. These are my direct feelings coming at you guys right now. This is how I act, both real life, every day. I'm an honest bastard, deliberately a bastard. Even though my parents did marry at some point, I was still born outside goddamn wedlock. So I'm technically a bastard. So, this shows you how honest of a person I am, how much of a bastard I am, and also how much I'm aware of my condition. So, one aspect, again, that aspect I want to mention, those aspects were highly energetic, but we're also very honest by default. Which I feel like people, that is one aspect people should be keeping an eye on. Is that if this person is very honest or very energetic, there's a good sign this person could have autism. Like, that's a very strong aspect, actually. Not many other conditions out there that, mentally wise, can show that if this person is energetic or is very honest, when it comes to like conditions, there's not that many mental conditions out there that can be represented that this person has a condition. Because most people obviously see it as a normal thing, but it's also an aspect that can show that this person might have a condition, which is weird, most people might think, but that's actually a true aspect of our condition. And not many mental conditions out there that actually are like that. So that's one aspect I want people to be aware of, is they can be brutally honest and also very energetic. So that's one thing one aspect I feel like people should be aware of. Now, another aspect of my life when I found out autism, again I mentioned this, I got diagnosed when I was about 12, 13 years old at the time. That means I was at the age point where I was either close or getting to the point where I have been diagnosed as late. Though at the same time I've not been classified as getting diagnosed late, which is weird. The idealist time to get diagnosed later is between 2 and 5 years old. That is like the ideal time when you would like your child or person to be diagnosed with autism or Aspergers in general. That is when you really want your child or the person themselves to be diagnosed with it, because over time they would be able to adapt, live, and people at a younger age would start to accept this person because they now know this is a normal thing to this person and this is how they act, and they should not be too worried about this person or anything. Or if they are being a bit worried, it's just a natural, like a second instinct or a second person thing they just release. And it just feels natural, which I feel like that is a good thing, personally. And how to the child growing up? In my case, it wasn't. Even though it wasn't classified as late, it also was. For me. Because that is part of the reason why I got bullied in the first place, because I did seem out of place. I didn't seem normal to these people. Which, if you want to go into my bullying, the bullying aspect, I have done a few videos, mostly when I got into anime and stuff, but I've done a few videos talking about when I got bullied and stuff, so if you really want to check that out, go search up. Either just search bullying, or just search how I got into anime on my YouTube channel. The videos themselves are still somewhat old, but my aspects of how I see things today are still the same thing as I see then as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna mention that there if you want to know more about bullying. But just with it, the way people saw me and how I was self-aware of it, but I couldn't explain why. I want to know. I didn't directly tell them why. Sorry about that. But why? Why are you treating me like this? What did I do? Why are you bullying me? Why are you teasing me? Why? Some of them came with the answer because you're weird, like. But the thing is, they never actually explained it. The ones who did, I when they got older and when I actually said some proper things that are good legit reason. Like, I have done some shit. I have said some shit, done some shit. I even made one video at the time which I deleted years ago, but could be easily brought back up, that offended a lot of people. And I'll give you an idea, it was a phobia. I'm not going to tell you which phobia it is because I don't want to go into as much detail. It was a phobia of mine. A proper phobia. By the way, not hateful, a scareful phobia. I have to mention that clear there. Not a hateful phobia, a scareful phobia. I was scared. Not hated, but scared. Though I had said some shit about this phobia, about what I was afraid of. Obviously it offended some people. And by the way, I was like, again, 15, 14 at the time. I regret doing that. Right now, as I'm older, I regret doing that video. I fucking regret doing that. I was naive, wasn't aware, and to me, it was a phobia. To me, it was similar to arachnophobia. Not many people give too much a damn about arachnophobia. Because, well, it's something you're scared of. People are like, oh, you're scared of spiders? Or you're scared of scorpions? Like, okay, you're scared of them. Okay. That was the kind of aspect I was thinking at that time. But obviously now I know, fucking hell, what the fuck did I do? But I was a little bit older at the time. And those people started treating me, but I was like, benefit of the doubt. But this is when I was even younger, before I even done it, before we even gained that fucking phobia in the first place. Because there was a reason behind why I got that phobia. And I could, if it ever gets mentioned why, I will explain it why I had that phobia in the first place. But it's because I was getting bullied at the time when I started to gain that phobia. And they like, it was 17, I think a 12-year-old person was the classic word that a lot of 12-year-olds used to try to bully someone at the time. Oh god, I'm not going to say it, but obviously I think you guys know. And that's part of the reason why I started to gain that phobia, because I hated getting called that. Because I wasn't. And I was scared that keep on saying I could turn what the word means. And that's what caused my phobia. But obviously I understood now and grow out that phobia good. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody from that point. But it got caused because of bullying. And people were not aware of my autism, how I overreact, how I stutter, and I wasn't aware until I was 13. The year after, when I got bullied was at its peak. And that was the point when they had to seriously check on me. They actually had to check on me because of that fucking bullying incident that was going on in year 7. Well, in a way that I was a good sign. That was a good time they did that. Because as it got to that extreme, in a way, even though I got my just desserts, I got what I want. I want to see these children at the time when I was in year 7, these people, I want to see these people punished or somewhat, now being aware that they were picking on something that was sinful in the first place. So in a way, I was glad it got sorted. I'm glad everything got sorted out because of that. And the bullying side of things only died down halfway through year 9, which again was just a year and a half when I found out I had autism. After I found out, so, and that just shows you it started to kick in, but also because exams were coming in, people have matured and somewhat, so they understood some shit. Obviously for me, mentally, I was 2 years behind, so 15, 14, I was on about 13, 12 at the time. Well, not mentally, when I was in year 9. So, yes, my aspect took me a bit of a while to grow up, and again, some of the shit I said was weird, but at that point, that's when I should have deserved it, because I said some bad shit. But when I was younger, hell no, because when I was a kid, I was the happy-go-lucky, mothered little brat. Because, from what I remember, even my mum told me, all the kids were mothering me. All the kids, especially the girls, were mothering me when I was a kid. All the girls, all the boys, all my peers were mothering me. Like I was a precious little child or doll or something. When I got told. Which, even to me, I'm still like, really? They were like that? It only got into the point of bullying when a certain family member, a certain family, and my own certain family members caused a certain incident, which obviously certain family and my own personal family members that are like cousin stuff did some bad shit and revealed some personal information and stuff like that, and of course you can see why it led the others to start bullying me as well, which I didn't deserve. I didn't do anything to them. Again, I'd never done anything to these people, and they started to be rude to me. Which, this is one aspect I want people to be aware of. So autism, we do feel things. We do feel things. But we just can't express it too well. Either over-exaggerated or in-exaggerated. Our social understanding is not good. We cannot fully tell if this person is annoyed, scared. I think there's one aspect, I can tell that they were scared. That's the only aspect I can somewhat tell from these people at the time, when I was getting bullied, mainly, that they were scared about something. But scared of what? I never knew. I still don't even know to this day. What were they scared of? Why did it? That's one aspect of my autism. And I was very young, I wasn't even aware of my autism that time as well. So, yeah. But, one thing I can say for sure, one good aspect about being autistic is that if you really love something, if this autistic person really loves something, okay, like myself, I love my anime, I like Harry Potter, I like video games, I like acting and dancing. We become near top experts at it. We become like full-on experts at things we like to do. We like do better than ordinary people do, which I was shocked when I looked at that aspect, but like, wait, so we have the ability to leave ordinary people who are in the same interests as us and leave them in the dust, we would excel even better than they would, even though they're supposed to be healthier. And in my point of view, when I was getting bullied, especially at the time, I was like, huh. In a way, I was showing my royal ancestry personality. I was starting to see them as what the royals back in like medieval stuff as peasants. Which, even right now, I feel like, oh my god, why am I thinking that way? Somewhat I slightly still do. But how they were treating me, I was happy I was feeling that way, because now I know I have an aspect that I can, like, dig into them. Make them feel what I felt. And that's the thing about an autistic person. Because of how honest we can be, it can easily reflect from our personality. And in my case, I can be someone who takes a drop, who can, like, that can still have a grudge against them. I still keep my grudge to this day, which part of the reason why I feel like some of the aspects of my star sign, Scorpio, is definitely within me. I keep grudges. And if you know what the personality aspect of a Scorpio is, you should not make a Scorpio your fucking enemy. And that's what these people did. Obviously they were young and obviously not many people believing this kind of thing, but there is some truth aspect, and I have a good aspect of why you should not diss a Scorpio. Now, obviously because of me having this aspect, my life, once I got older, my life, even right now, has become better. Once I started college, my life, to me, was at my peak, was at my happiest. Right now, a bit down, because I'm starting into the real world of working experience and stuff like that, but I'm happy. Compared to when I was in school, I'm happy. I'm meeting more people like myself. Pokemon Go! I've been meeting so many people ever since Pokemon Go came out. I was starting to meet more people like myself. And I started to feel a lot more happier. So that's one thing I gotta say. If you got autism, your child life, your younger life, unless you got like found quite young, your life might start very hard. But there's one aspect I want to give you guys right now. You have been given the gift to succeed in your later years. You have been given the gift to succeed in your later years. It might not come straight away. It might take a long time. But once it gets there, once you are determined to do the things you want to do, you will get it one day. Because you have been given that gift. And that is something I really want people to be proud with. Who've got autism, I want you to be proud that you have it. You got your individuality. You got your difference, which a lot of normal people want to have. A difference to what makes them stand out. Because there's a lot of normal people that don't want to be normal. They want to be different. You'd be glad you got it. But also at the same time, don't be like me when I was younger. Don't you like abuse it. Like, abuse it in some way, but not like to like diss people or like to, you know, make them feel bad. But if it's in your nature like mine, then accept that. If it's in your nature to do it, do it. Like, if it's your actual natural instinct, again, all I do is natural. It's not in my control. I'm not doing it deliberately. It's all natural to me. And that's the one major aspect I want people to be aware of about autism. And my life with autism, that all I do is natural. I'm not doing this to be rude. I'm not doing this to do anything. I'm doing this because I like it. It's me. It's my natural aspect. It's all what the world wants me to be like. The world itself wants me to be like this. The natural environment. The environment wants me to be like this. And that's what I'm doing. I'm accepting myself. I'm self-aware of myself. It's both a burden, but a gift at the same time. Your life might be torturous at some points, annoying, stressful. But once you get through those points, you find bliss, happiness, excitement. And in the end, as right now, I'm seeing that goal. I'm starting to see my goal come to fruition. There's still some aspects I know I still need to go through. But those little steps were worth it to where I am right now. That's what I'm saying to you guys right now. Autism, Aspergers syndrome, high functioning autism altogether. It's a journey that most people wouldn't be able to experience. I would like people to be aware of it. This person is going through some form of journey. Going through some form of aspect that you can never try to compare. You should not try to compare. Just let them do it. Don't do anything. Or I mean, don't do anything. Don't do anything that could harm them. Don't do anything that can stop them. Because if you do, wow. Actually, it's not really going to affect them. It's going to end up affecting you, the person trying to stop this autistic person to do what they want, to succeed in life. Because in the end, even though we might feel bad, you would end up being the one who feels the bad most. Because your life could end up being ruined. Because there is some aspect of the truth about it, because it's a mental condition, there is something wrong with our brain. That is something, that's the truth. And as we got something wrong in our brain, what the word mad means, like crazy, even though it's not really what you should call us, and most people might say you should not call us that, but the aspects of what those words mean, the meaning of those words, is within us. So just think about it. If you don't want your life to be ruined based on what you said those words are, don't do one of those persons who actually have those aspects, but you can't call them that. That word, because you know they're got a condition. But I feel like, don't call them it obviously, but accept that what those words mean are in those aspects of that condition. And that's what I'm going to say right there. So, don't stop us. That's what I'm going to say. Just let us continue. Because it's not going to affect you. It only affects you if the goal in the end of that person is to affect you. Then okay. In a way, that means that person's deep shit. They're not good people in the first place. But when it comes to like a proper good person, don't stop them. Just let them do what they want. And that's what I'm going to say to you autistic people that are watching right now. Do what you want. Live your life. Continue your life. Never stop going. Knowing your life will get better. Don't give up. Never give up. Depression. If you feel depressed, there's one aspect I want you to start thinking of. In my own words, I'm sorry, I am definitely going to use the F word, but think about what I mean by this F word. What do I mean by using this F word? But the one aspect I want you to go, the one saying I want you guys to keep on saying, I don't give a fuck about what other people think of me, how I do things. That's what I want you guys to know. This is me. who I am. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fucking damn what everyone thinks I am. Wants me to like. Anything. I just care about myself, my family, and all that. Or just saying, I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn fuck. And that's what I want you guys to be. That's the. I don't give a damn a fuck, or don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. Just keep on saying words similar to that. And not in like a depressing way. In a way you're saying it to someone else. Not to yourself. Well, say it to yourself obviously, but feel like you're saying it to someone else. Like you're saying you're directly telling them that. Because it will show you accept who you are. And I don't want you to try to change me. That's what you're trying to say. I don't want you to try to change me, who I am. If this is who I am, and you have to fucking accept that. Because I don't give a fuck about what you think of yourself. I never thought I don't give a damn what you think of yourself. I don't give a damn what people think of me. This is who I am. And that's what I want you guys to be aware of. And guys, that is my video talking about my life of autism and what I feel like, lessons I feel like people could learn about my life as an autistic person. So anyway guys, hope you guys like it. Become one of the family pounds a day. If you guys want to send me fan mail at all, which I've so far none, but hey, who cares? But if you guys want to do that, go to the description down below. My address is there. Also guys, if you want to follow me on Facebook, help me on Patreon first. If you guys want to help me on Patreon, again, go to the description down below. It should be there as well. And once I start actually getting more patrons, I will start actually adding stuff because I have not really done anything to the Patreon in a goddamn long time. So I need to do that, but so far, I know my mum is a Patreon, which obviously makes sense to my mum, but no one else has on it, so obviously I have not bothered to put anything on there, but if people start going on there, I will start doing things on there. Trust me, I would. I will do it. But anyway, if you want to help me on Patreon, my Patreon's down in the description as well. Also guys, if you want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Animino, these search I must do on Facebook and Animino, just search Chalgrove, the same name as my channel. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Chalgrove1998. Anyway guys, hope you guys like it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys! Wow!